Raising Dion. Raising Dion, dope show. I wanted to do a video. I wanted to talk about the spoiler. Spoiler, turn it off now because I'm going to be spoiling the shit out of this, all right? It was some interesting parts that I found to be dope or good metaphors. You know what I'm saying? Or some people would say the metaphysics of the show. Okay? Uh, real good shit. Overall, I think it's a good show. Go watch it. So first, I want to get into where should we start? So I told you the spoiler, so you didn't already watched it. The character that I never trusted it from jump, right? But okay, so everybody goes and they get the superpowers and shit, right? When the shit did the crazy colorful shit in the sky, everybody got these superpowers. Okay, but one of them ended up getting the Super Thunderman shit, or what they call him, the Creeper Man, or whatever they called him. Nigga was evil and zapping niggas and eating them with his lightning or some crazy shit like that, right? I thought it was interesting that he gets the disease and why, because you know how they showed his character. It makes me believe that his character, basically was troubled inside because, he was real awkward when he tried to shoot his shot with Dion's mom's, when he got shot down, you notice how he was like, uh, he's no stranger to rejection and shit like that, right? And then they even did a flashback like years before when he was messing with one of the chicks that was out there when they all got their powers and she tried to break up with him. And he was like, really wasn't taking no for an answer on some, and if, it leads you to believe that he's been getting rejected his whole life and he's sick of it. And this is probably because he's awkward. And then he was even kind of self-deprecative, if that's a word. Because you notice he was, when he be talking to Dion's mom and how he was saying, or even Dion, and saying how Mark, which is the dude Michael B. Jordan played, talking about Mark was always better at him than every goddamn thing. The only thing he wasn't better at him than was in pool. But then Mark's girl was better at him in the pool. They're supposed to set him up and all of that to hustle him. So but this is somebody basically you could tell on the inside was real dark, didn't believe in himself, awkward, always getting rejected. That's problems you got to deal with. That's something you might need therapy for if you deal with that your whole life, right? So when all these superpowers happened, his superpower was evil, and not only was it evil, it literally made him sick. Which happens to you when you got a whole bunch of shit bottled up that needs to be dealt with that you may need therapy for. These things can literally manifest into cancers and other diseases. All right, I'm gonna try not to make this a health video, but um, so another further proof of that in the show. Notice at the end when they defeated him or whatever, and Mark says to the son, "Yo, remember, energy cannot be destroyed; it only takes on another form." In other words, energy can't be created or destroyed; it only transfers, which is a fact. Who did that energy transfer to? Another vulnerable soul who had some shit going on. He was mad. He felt the way because old girl left him. This, to me, I thought this show was a good example of. I have a video on my Instagram. If y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all may already know what I'm talking about. But the name of the video is called "The Heart Never Lies." It was posted a while ago. If you want to go back and look, I don't have that many posts, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. It's called "The Heart Never Lies." And I'm talking about the law of attraction. I thought this show presented a good example of that. How it attracted that negative energy. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I was saying in that video, your emotions or your energy that's in motion, and the more intense that emotion is, the more intense the heartbeat, the more electricity it sends out, which is masculine energy. And then when there's electricity, there's magneticism, which is feminine energy, which is going to attract shit. And you're going to attract energy that's compatible or that corresponds with the energy that you put out in the universe to begin with. And this magnetism and all that can be measured with modern technology. And all those different things. I don't even want to go too far that way. But I do think, y'all could watch the video. I may do another video where I break it down a little more in detail. But I thought I thought that was a good example of that because it didn't happen to the other ones, and the other ones, from just what they showed of the characters, seemed to be pretty normal, healthy people. They didn't seem to have a bunch of dark demons and all of that. Okay, what's inside of them? And another thing that I liked about the show that I thought was a dope metaphor, not only was dude only power like evil and shit, it was literally making him sick. Like I said, right? And like I said, when you holding shit in, it can literally make you sick. And to survive in the meantime, before he discovered Dion who could save him, to survive and then even that, when Dion would try to save him, what is that doing? It's draining Dion. That's a good metaphor. Like, yo, you can't. Some of these people can't be helped. It's gonna hurt you more than it helps them. Dion just got done trying to heal this man, put him in the hospital, and he didn't come back another week later. You gotta protect your energy. That's the ultimate message of the show is protecting your energy. I think you gotta protect your energy. It was killing Dion to try to keep this man alive for a day. But like I was about to say though, in the meantime, before he found Dion, his way of survival was what? Consuming. But who is it consuming? Only other people with superpowers. That's all he could see when he got into that form. He could only see the other ones with superpowers, which to me is a parallel to people who's out there being great, doing good for themselves, and you got those being negative who may feel left behind, and they consume themselves with those who are doing something, and all they can do is gossip and talk shit about him and all of that, and they do that to do what? To help them feel alive. That's a fact. It gives them a purpose to talk shit about others. It's like, I'm sure it's a meme or something to go around and say that negative people discuss people and great people discuss ideas or something to that effect. I don't know exactly how the quote go. I thought that was a good example of that because the only way he could stay alive is if he consumed others and he could only see, even though there's plenty of other people around, he could only see those with superpowers already. So I thought the show was a dope metaphor in all those senses, looking at it like that. And as you can tell, I'm kind of, I just be looking at shit different. I'm probably a little geeky with it. This is how I be watching movies. When I watch movies, I rarely see it for face value the first time around. I'm always catching the underlying shit. So these are things I was picking up that I just wanted to share. I'm probably going to do more videos like this. I plan on seeing Gemini Man soon. I might go see it tonight. I might have another movie review up later tonight. Who knows? But, let me know what y'all think, in the comments. Share the video. Was y'all picking up these things as well? I'm trying to think that anything else. I mean, it's all kind of messages in there. Another thing, this ain't super deep or nothing like that, but it's still something kind of profound. When like the old lady who had the powers who could disappear and shit, and then when she got with Dion and Dion was like, you could be a hero if you want, and it seemed to inspire her and spark something in her. Cause like the next day or whatever, and Dion's mom was like, "Don't we try to be no hero now?" And she was like, "Yo, I could be a hero if I want." But all the way up until that point when Dion told her that, she was hiding, and she had superpowers. You got superpowers. You just want to share the superpowers. You should want to share your gift with the world. And she was scared to, and her life didn't even have meaning until she wasn't fearful anymore to share her gift with the world for whatever purposes she saw fit, which was to help protect Dion at that point. It gave her life meaning. Her life had no meaning. Ain't no sense of just surviving. Like that character was good in embodying what is like when all you doing in life is just surviving. And most people who's not really living life and they just surviving, they just existing, it's because they scared to be their true self and they scared to share their gifts with the world. So these are all things that I was picking up from the movie. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, share the video and all of that. And yeah, we did good on time. Yeah, check y'all on the next one.